Okay, so let's start our little study, our drawing. I'm going to use geometric shapes to help us to start the drawing. So remember the geometric shape? Do you remember? Let's use it. So I have this big circle. It's just a sketch, okay? Another circle at the bottom. That will be the body of the animal. Let's see if you can guess. You tell me which animal is that. And then the little arm. Let's here the arm. The other arm. I think at this point you know already which animal is that one, huh? Circle, another circle. The feet will be done with circles, and here a little tail, very little one. And here we have a diamond shape. And a V shape. I think now you know. And another circle to the other eye. And I think now you have all the information and you know which animal is that one. Right? I think you're right. It's a penguin. Did you say penguin? You're right. So that's it. That's the sketch of our animal, right? So do you recognize the geometric shapes we have here? We have a circle, another circle, a diamond shape with a V shape in the center. We have an oval in here, a little pointy, but it's still an oval. We have a big circle in here, semicircle because we put this on top, right? Another circle, a little oval shape in here. And that's it. Here's just lines. And we have the shape of our little animal. Inside the eye, what we can do is we can put this circle in here to make a beautiful, cute eye. And another one. Oops, a little too much. Oops. Let's fix. No stress. We can all make mistakes. So let's fix my mistake. Oops. Mistakes are my friends and very welcome. So let's put this iris correctly. So 2 circles inside the big circles. I need to be completely right or very rounded. Not at all. We can make it very, very nice with shape not so correctly. It will be even better. See? Now we have this and a little dot that will be the spotlight that will come in here. We can make this another circle inside. Oh, that will be beautiful. Look at that. Not bad, huh? Not bad. A little smaller than the other one, so let's a little bigger. All right. Our sketch is done. So now it's time to make this sketch again on a new paper, and there we can make our blending exercise. So I'll take this out. My decoration. Here. I keep that to keep the paper on my table correctly. So let's find the real paper that I'm gonna use on this penguin. Here it is. This paper is thicker and better. You don't need to have this paper. In normal paper will be okay for you. All right, let's place this on. And now I still have my sketch by my side, and I'll be looking to my sketch and reproducing what I saw, what I did before. We did together, so you remember. First, let's make a circle, an oval. I'm gonna drop very light, so maybe you won't be able to see completely, but that's okay for now. You know what I'm doing. We did that before, right? So don't worry, I'm gonna make the lines darker. It's just because right now I need to set my drawing. I need to make my sketch again in here on this paper. In the lights, I like to work with very light lines when I'm doing my sketches. So here it is. And here the little feet, 2 circle, and another oval. And here I have my another oval and another oval, a little pointy at the end, remember? And here I have my, very close to the bottom of this first circle, I have the diamond shape that will be the mouth or the beak, right? With a V line in the center, a V shape. And here the eyes will be very close to the beak. And will be apart like this. So we'll have this big, beautiful circle in here. We are redoing what we did before. So we're gonna ask Chris, why you did twice? Because I like to practice before. I like to make my drawing even better. So as much as I can practice, better. The result will be amazing. So that's the reason I'm doing again with very light lines. Now I know what I'm doing. If I have any doubts or I forget anything, I can look to my sketch and remember, oh, I did that way, so I can do that even better now. So let's go and doing this, and now coming from here, this shape around the eye. Whoops, must be aligned. So let's make aligned. So I'm fixing my mistakes in here. So oopsie, fixing my mistakes. And here again, now I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting the shape of the head, just to be a little more cute. Just pay attention what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna make the dark lines and you will understand completely what I'm doing. Oh, that's a cute guy, huh? Beautiful. Remember, we don't have to do correctly at the first. You can adjust, you can adapt, you can try again and again, and as many times you can do. Better for you, better for your drawing. I noticed that my first footing here was too short, actually too close to the center, so I decided to put a little apart. So I moved this. The old one is here. I'm gonna erase after. That's the reason my lines must be very light, because I can erase. So here, just here, I put the new foot, and now the other one. See, very gentle, very light. I'm not in a rush. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just need to be cool, to be nice, to be a good drawing and a good study. I learned we need to enjoy the process. The process is the most important thing, not the result. Took a while for me to understand that. Oh yeah, but when I understood that the process is the great thing, I started enjoying my mistakes so much. All right, so now we have the animal done. The sketch actually. I noticed that my lights are a little dark. Let's see if I can make it lighten a little bit more. Just a moment. think it's better. I don't know. Not sure. It's really better. Let me try again here. I don't think it changed much, but okay. I'm gonna work on it. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, before I try to work on the eyes, I will try to reduce a little bit of my lines. So I just work with my eraser, the needle one that we can just shape. Very gentle. I'm trying to fix my lines. See that? Oh, that's beautiful. My friend is coming and it's nice. Oh, look at that. It's a good shape. All right, so now I can come back and make the eyes. On my study, I did the eyes so big. On that one, I decided to make a little smaller, not so big. It's just fixing. Oops, my bad. Oops. And here, that's big iris. Beautiful. And the pupil, and now is the iris. Wonderful. Now the light, the spotlight. Let's let this white so you can see the spotlight. All right, looks good, huh? Okay. My job now is I'm gonna change my pencil. No more my HB pencil. I'm gonna work with my B pencil, right? And I will try to, now I'm going to make the lines darker and you will be able to see everything clearly. Remember, don't need to be perfect, need to be nice. And to be nice, we need to make many times. And here the dark line of this detail on the head. Oops. Beautiful. The diamond shape. Oh, I forgot to put my glasses. That's a horrible mistake. Now I can see everything. I forgot to use my glasses. Oh, well. Okay, now. Great. See, just an outline. Help us to see so well, much better than before. Beautiful. This little arm will be over this part and this part in here. That's beautiful. Oh, cute guy. See that? Wow, we have everything done. Oh no, I forgot this. Oh, oopsie, I forgot the little tail. Now it's everything right. Perfect, I love it. So let's leave our B pencil and move to another pencil, which will be the 4B. 4B pencil. Well, next step, we will be starting to make the dark areas on this piece. So I think my source of light will be coming from the top, and that's the reason everything on top will be lightened than the things that will be underneath them or below them or behind them. I'm going to show you. For example, the lights are hitting here in this area So this part will be light, and then that area in here, then that area in here, then that area in here. I will show you now. So let's select, mark the dark areas. Remember, don't use for all your strength on your pencil. It must be very light. So repetition is the key, not the strength. Don't put too much pressure on your paper. Otherwise, you will make a lot of marks that are not nice and won't be helping you to make a beautiful drawing. It will be a drawing full of marks, very weird. In my opinion, they don't help you. All right, so let's make this like this, just repeating the movement. Right to the left, left to the right. Sometimes you can even rotate. One of my favorites, I like doing this, rotating. Or you can go up and down, depends on you. But the idea is do not use pressure, just a soft and nice repetition. You give you the dark that you need. In here below the arms, I also have a dark area. Nice. And here I also have a dark area. And in here and in here. Oh, I forgot to put the little toes. Woohoo! Let's make it like this. All right. And inside the eyes, let's work inside the eyes. So the pupil will be dark, but the iris won't be dark. Remember what I said. Don't make dark and not dark, strong lines with too much pressure. It's not good. Doesn't help your drawing, make your drawing very, very ugly. Let's say ugly, it's ugly. Because the lines with too much pressure, they don't have a good look. So you make your drawing very awkward. So let's put dark areas in here. And dark areas in here. Dark areas, and let's see. Oh, I have a dark area in here. See that? Okay, now just finishing some little details here and there. Yeah, just repeating. Repetition is the key. Good, that's good. Okay, I think we have everything now. We can start blending. Well, let's put some shadow at the bottom of the body. Very light. I'm still all the time working with my 4B pencil. Yes, beautiful. Now on the other foot. Beautiful. I think we have everything to start. Little shadows in here. And oh, I want to put a little shadow in here. And also in here. So the idea is putting all the shadows first. The shadow area. Beautiful. I think we have everything. Okay, now I will leave my 4B here resting. And I got my blender. We have this size of a blending stomp, you know, or blending tool. I like to work with the little ones for little details and the big ones for bigger areas. So let's start with this medium one to work inside the eye. So I'm going to use this kind of a movement, so like rotating inside the darkest part of the eye. And then I will be dragging this, like dragging, bringing the dark graphite to the other area that I want to leave with a little shadow. And then coming here, see? All right, we have started. Now I have the inside the eyeball. I'm gonna just use my blending. When it's still too light or new, you just drag. See? Very gentle, okay? Don't use pressure. Don't use too much energy on this. Just drag softly, and you will see that the shading will be coming and becoming more real and more beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? It's coming. The shadow is bringing the form. Yes, beautiful. So what happening here? We need a little more darkness inside the eye. So I'll be using now for some details my 6B pencil. See, 6B. Yeah, that's 6B. And just to give a little more detail to the eye, and helps to pop up the 3D dimension effect. Oh, cool. Here it is. All right, I think we got something now. And coming back to my blender. At the bottom, a little bit more. I leave this area in here not so dark, just a little bit, just to give a little more dimension. Actually, I'm gonna erase a little bit, so I'm gonna make a point with my eraser. And very gently, I will be taking out a little of the graphite. And again, dragging. All right. So now I can move to the other part, the other eye. Oh, don't forget to leave this circle in white, like the paper white, with no graphite at all. That would be great to show a little reflection of the lights that are hitting this part of the eye. And it's so beautiful effect. All right, so again, bringing the graphite to this part of the iris. Nice. And then here, the eyeball. That dark here is the eyelid. It's not like a human eye with eyelashes, but it's also an eyelid. And coming here. Because the eyeball is technically white, we don't use too much graphite on it. We will leave this as the lightest part of the eye, a part of this reflection spotlights. I'll be bringing with my 4B pencil a little bit more shape of the eye, where would be the eyelids. Great. And here the iris. And I think I can use the 6B to make even darker. I need to match the both pupil. Oh, see. And here. See? Yeah, I think it's working, huh? Now let's go back to the blender, but now I'm going to work with this big guy, this big one. And I work with the darkest areas of the head, but look, there is nothing, no graphite in here, right? So I have a lot of graphite already on my blending tool. I don't sharpen it this, it's just like it is forever. So I'll be using the one darkness that I have here, the darkness that I already have on my blending tool. And if I feel that's not enough, I can drag a little more, just doing this and starting again. So I have a little more darkness on my blending tool. And now I can work on the bottom part of the beak. And at the bottom part of the bottom part, just below, underneath the beak. Also creating a shadow at the bottom here. Not too bad, huh? Dragging the darkness. Remember when I said just dragging the darkness from the bottom to the top. Don't need to use strength. Soft hand, just dragging. And go and go and go up. If you feel that needs more darkness, you just get some from other areas where you already put darkness enough with graphite and try to make them. Okay. I'm rotating right now. I think I need a little bit more darkness, so I will make inside the eye even darker, so I can get more graphite from this area. Oh, inside the beak too. Yeah, not too bad. Let's leave this and work again. On top of the beak, I will leave one little area with no graphite at all, and that will be bringing to us this light effect. Helps the 3D dimension and makes very beautiful. Now let's work on this area. I like to work around the drawing here and there in many areas. I'm just working on left to the right to the left, and dragging and bringing the dark down. Down, 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 down.